Alright, 93% complete on this Nissan GTR R35 R3 Spec Championship Limited Time Series with one final tier to go, 3 more events of course. You can use 75 gold to skip and you'll still get 55 of it back, but if you made it this far, why would you do that? Your PR should be high enough to complete the rest of it, right? So let's do this. Alright, we got Speed Snap, Endurance, and Cup. Speed Snap at Silverstone GP. Let's start with that one. Car is now serviced, so this is the third time I've serviced the car throughout the limited time series here, because I don't think I can do this Speed Snap when the car is in critical condition. When I tried it on my other account, I couldn't do it, so I'm just kind of going based on my prior experience here. But with the car serviced, this should be a breeze. As I was saying. Alright, with a nice and healthy margin of victory there. And yeah, this car, like all the other Nissan GTRs, incredible acceleration. That is something that they excel. That's their main strength, right? I think if you look at the specs, braking distance isn't terrible. I mean, 23.8 meters is actually quite good, and obviously 1.48 G is really good as well for grip. But I think because of its really strong acceleration and top speed, relatively speaking, the braking distance and the grip seems weaker than what they really are. So it's just a matter of balance. So, alright. And now with 2 events remaining, you can skip for 55 gold and get 55 of it back. But once again, that's kind of silly. Breaking even. Why would you do that? Right. So let's go on with this endurance at the dynamic circuit, a Porsche test track. 5.8 kilometers is the target. So that's certainly not the shortest distance that you would cover in these endurance if you have been training your bots, but you know, apparently I didn't do a very good job in that one in this case, but that's okay. 5 kilometers and change, single digit, right? 5. Still quite easy. When things get difficult with these endurance races, typically is when you get into like 20 plus kilometers. Then things can get a little dicier. So even when your car is in green, depending on the track and obviously, yeah, there are certain other factors, but generally speaking, when you get into 20 kilometers plus, you really have to stay focused. Unlike this one where I can kind of goof around and so on and so forth. But for me, I want to try to shorten the amount of time that these videos go, because obviously longer the video goes, longer the upload time gets, and I don't have very fast internet speed here, so certainly not for upload. It's snail pace, so I need to be aware of that too. Anyway, alright. pacing right along. We got some 50 some seconds still left, and we're about to hit what, 4 kilometer mark here. So maybe another mile or so, right? Of course, we get the lap bonus time, so this should be plenty. I'll stay behind here. I think I can cover extra kilometer in 30 seconds, even behind this slow guy here. 25 seconds and counting. Alright, 5.5. Boy, this guy's really going slow, isn't he? I think I can do it though. Getting really close. Right on. Here we go. Alright. Boy, that guy was driving really slow, wasn't he? Sunday drivers. Anyway, that does it for this endurance. And we have the final cup race remain. And where was it again? I forget. It's gonna be at Hockenheim GP. Let's check out 30 gold to skip, but nah, we're not gonna skip. Gonna go right through. PR 82.4. Of course, we have 82.5 by getting 3 upgrades across the board. And yeah, let's do this. Grid up 22. And I think it's at 3 laps, right? Hockenheim. Not very good at this track. Something about this track that I find difficult. I find Nürburgring to be easier than the Hockenheim, and I still have not figured out Red Bull Ring. Whoa, hello. So when we did the weekly time trial, I wasn't quite able to get into the top 1% in that Red Bull Ring run last week, but that was unnecessary collision. Got my windshield all cracked up here. Come on. Alright. No bot training necessary. Let's see what kind of lap time I can get here. Of course, first lap a little longer than the rest. Alright, minute 20 so far through the southern curve. Alright, so minute 31 for lap 1. So if I can get anything under 30 seconds each checkpoint, I should at least be able to beat the first lap time, 23 seconds. Alright, so if I can maintain that kind of time throughout the full lap, that should land me on what, minute 18, minute 16, somewhere in that range. Right, multiplied by 3. Alright, here comes the checkpoint 2. 50 seconds. Alright, so it's like 25 seconds per checkpoint. Somewhere around there. So another 15 seconds means minute 15, but not if I skid like that. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit longer than minute 15. Minute 18, so that's closer to my first estimate. So why am I keeping track of this? Well, that tells me which sector I am weaker or I'm slower at. So gives you a bit of a targeted practice area, you know what I mean? So 24 seconds, obviously going off track didn't really help. And that's way too slow around the hairpin there. So this is almost a lost cause at this point for this lap of getting any worthy time. Out of control. Yep. 53 seconds, almost 54. Alright, so last time I totally blew this last bit. It was the heading into the last southern corner here. Southern curve. Too much. Yes. Anyway, it's still good enough to win this car. And let's see, we got still 3 more limited time series to go. At least for me, I got the Lamborghini Hurricane R3 Spec that I am trying to get through. I don't have to, I already own that car. But you know, it's like got like 65 gold rewards or something like that, so that's not for nothing. So alright, minute 18, that was a lap 2, of course, for the best lap. Alright, there we go. We'll put the car in for service now that we're done with it. 3 upgrades across the board. Of course, brings our PR up to 82.5 to complete this series. So there we go, final gold trophy for the win, and a pretty decent gold reward for that final 25%, considering the 65 is the total for the Lamborghini here. So there we go. Pretty cool. And yes, this car has its own bonus series in Elite section, unlike the other new limited time series cars. So yeah, and of course they know it too, so they charge you quite a bit for this car if you don't win it through this limited time series. Even running through this limited time series, the gold cost was pretty high. So well, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Alright, take care.